Welcome back, everyone. Okay, you heard me do the spiel here just a few minutes ago, so let's get right to it. We have Trans-Siberian Orchestra music director Al Pitrelli, along with vocalist Kayla Reeves, who are joining us with more on the show that's making a stop in the Atlanta area. So it's so good to have you both with us. Good morning.
Good morning, and thank you for having us.
Of course. So let's get into it. You know, I was saying earlier that it's listening to Trans-Siberian Orchestra is an experience in and of itself, right? But to be able to listen and enjoy the show live, I can only imagine is electric. Am I on the right track there?
That's a really good start, yes, ma'am. And as you can see behind us, I think you can see behind us that it's electric,
Yeah.
it's fire, there's lasers, moving trusses, video screens, you name it, we do it.
Absolutely. Okay, so this is the Ghost of Christmas Eve tour that's kicking off. Again, I mentioned this is making a stop at Gas South Arena in the Atlanta area. So give me some insight into what the show is like. We can see the video playing. It looks incredible, guys.
I think it's the biggest rock show you'll ever see in your life, and in the center of it is a beautifully written story by Paul O'Neill that's very honest and raw, and I think people can relate to it. Of course, there's always a happy ending, but you know, I think the holidays can be kind of bittersweet sometimes. You always miss someone during the holidays, and it kind of the fans can insert themselves into the story, and then all of a sudden, this story becomes about them.
Wow.
And
It's very emotional, it's very fun. Musically, it encompasses every genre of music there is, all wrapped around, like Kayla said, to tell Paul's story. You know, so we will take you on an emotional roller coaster for a while and then just blow everything up for the next hour.
Well, that's what it looks like. It really does. I mean, I'm impressed with like the
like that,
pyrotechnics.
I
Right. I mean, you got people up in the air. You got fire behind you there. So it looks exciting. I want to know from your perspective, Kayla, as a vocalist and as someone that's a part of the show. I mean, what is it like for you to be in the center of all of this action that's going on around you?
it's amazing. I mean, just as much as we give the fans, they give back. When I'm performing the tribute, a lot of times people will raise their phones in honor of Paul O'Neill. And then from my perspective, you talk about a sight when you've got, 15,000 people waving their phones, honoring one of your dear friends. It's emotional, and it's something that I live for year after year. And so I just want to thank the people for giving me what we give them,
It's rewarding, right?
It's so rewarding.
Yeah.
It's very sacred. Yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine so. And then for you, Al, that's the thing about Trans-Siberian Orchestra. You guys make a stop at Gas South Arena, it seems, year after year, and it brings crowds in year after year around the country, around the world. So as a music director, do you feel a little bit of pressure to keep, raising the stakes? Because the show is always so amazing, and you have to build on that.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't call it pressure. I wouldn't call it my responsibility as the entire organization's responsibility, albeit our managers, our crew chiefs, our department heads, myself. We finished up last year's tour, on about New Year's Eve day. And by the second week of January, we're waist deep in meetings. Okay. And I always compare it to a Super Bowl team. Whoever won the Super Bowl last year, congratulations. You got the ring, you got the trophy. Fantastic. No guarantee you're going to win the Super Bowl next year. So what do? They deconstruct the entirety of it and rebuild it bigger, stronger, better. And that's exactly what we do every year. Because we owe it to Paul O'Neill and his legacy. We owe it to the repeat offenders in the audience. And we owe it to ourselves as artists to never repeat ourselves. We don't ever want to get complacent or just kind of go, let's do the same thing as last year. Not going to happen.
Yeah.
We want to make it better every year to last generationally.
Right. It's a show you can watch year after year and enjoy the differences, right, in the show and the new exciting things that come from it.
Yet retain its familiarity.
Right, which is the key, right? That's the key to all of this. I want to ask you about something that I didn't personally know about this, but my gosh, it's huge, and that is the charitable aspect of Trans-Siberian Orchestra and these shows that go on. That's a huge part of this, right?
It's the center of it. It's the core. Paul O'Neill really wanted to change the world. He wanted to do good, and he didn't just talk about it. He actually got up and made it happen. And $1 from every ticket sold since the very beginning has gone back to local communities that we've come through. And it's
1 million tickets.
It's an honor to be a part of that. It really is.
It's carrying on Paul's legacy. It is an honor, like Kayla said.
Yeah, it's incredible. So, I mean, in looking at this info, $20 million donated to charity since their inception. So that is something to be proud of, no doubt. So let's talk music.
Yes,
So as two people who live this year in and year out, especially during the holiday season, what are your favorite Trans-Siberian Orchestra songs?
Ooh,
That's tough,
what
I
would
know.
yours be?
I love Ornament. I listen to that song and it makes me want to cry. I don't know.
I don't know. It's like asking me what my favorite child is.
Right,
What's yours today?
I know, it's a tough one.
But I'd have to say the first one, the Christmas Eve Sarajevo 1224. That was the lightning strike that put us on the map. So I don't know. We've played that song, what, 10,000 times?
At least.
And it never gets
Yeah.
old.
Yeah, at least that many times. So what is it that you think about this music? Like I have memories, like so many other people, of specific points in life listening to TSO songs, right? Like I remember a song we were listening to driving at Christmas time to get ice cream as a family, celebrating together. Like it's that kind of thing that just kind of, it warms your heart, and it's something that you associate with the music. So do you feel like what is it about this music that folks just connect with, no matter how old they are, where they're from? It just is something that we can all enjoy together. What is that about it?
I think it's a testament to Paul O'Neill's genius, you know? Leonard Bernstein had a quote regarding Beethoven, that his art was always accessible, but never ordinary. And I think that you can apply that to Paul's art as well, because it's very, very accessible. Everybody gets it. You can relate to the story, you can relate to the songs, but there's nothing ordinary about it. So even though it's very familiar to you, there's always something that maybe you've missed the previous listen to the previous viewing.
Yeah, that's the perfect way to put it. Always something new there.
Always something.
Yeah, always something. So I mentioned that you guys are going to be in town December 14th. There's two shows that are happening at Gas South Arena. So for those that are watching right now and they're like, you know, I love the music, I've always wanted to go, that would be the perfect holiday gift to myself, or maybe to my family or to my friends. What would you say to get them to make this the show and this be the year that they come out and enjoy it at Gas South Arena?
I would say that when you come see Trans-Siberian Orchestra, you're giving back to your own community. It's the community giving back to itself. And also, just come have a good time with us. We love Atlanta. We love Georgia. And it's going to be a bigger and better show than last year. And we can't wait to see our dear friends down there.
And it's not a mortgage payment
Right.
for people to come out, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, that's
It's
true.
not. Paul O'Neill would not have that. We'll never have that. So it's affordable. It's fun. You can bring your grandparents, your great-grandparents, whatever you want to do. It's a one in a million type show. You've never seen anything like it before. So come join us. I promise you'll have a good time.
Yeah, you know, I'm glad you mentioned that about the price, because as I was looking through this, that's one of the things I noticed, is that prices for everything are crazy, but for shows that you want to go see, it's wild. This is something that's actually attainable for us to be able to take the family and our friends to see. So that's huge.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am, it is.
That's a big
Everything's so
part.
expensive right now. This will not be.
Yeah, this is. So before I let you go, how long have both of you been with TSO?
I've been in since 2010, and this man.
From the jump, 31 years.
Wow. That's incredible. So what is it that keeps you here, that keeps you coming back year after year doing this job? 31 years, I mean, that's amazing, Al.
Oh, thank you. But I love it like one of my own children. You know, you
Yeah.
never get tired. You know, my oldest son is 38 years old. You know, he'll be my baby boy forever. I never get tired of telling him I love him, hug him, kiss him. You know, now my grandchildren, same thing. You know,
Aw.
when you watch something open its eyes and watch it come to life, and you're so proud of it. I'll
Yeah.
never stop loving this thing, and I'll only stop doing it the day that I can't do good work anymore.
Sure.
Until then, I'm sticking around for a while.
That's a beautiful thing. All right, we are talking Trans-Siberian Orchestra, bringing the ghost of Christmas Eve, the best of TSO, and more to Gas South Arena on December 14th. So tickets are available for that now. Make sure you get those. So this is a holiday treat, of course, for you and the whole family. TSO music director Al Pitrelli and vocalist Kayla Reeves joining us live this morning. A big thank you to both of you. Thank you for sharing your passion, and thanks for sharing some info on the show. We sure do appreciate it.